Welcome to Slooh This Week on March 4th, 2024. Coming up, what's new at Slooh? What's up this week? Our student spotlight and top tips in how to use Slooh. What's new at Slooh? You may have noticed that we recently changed student workspaces. Students can now post observations of their best images directly to their class workspace. They appear on the first tab for students when they go to their class workspace. Educators can enable their students to post to the community-wide observations that appear on the dashboard, which is a terrific way for your students to showcase and share their work to inspire the wider community. Each week we highlight some great quests to start, and this week I've chosen my favourite In the Footsteps quest. These are where you follow in the footsteps of famous astronomers, and my favourite is where you'll replicate Clyde Tombaugh's 1930s discovery of the dwarf planet Pluto. In the quest, you'll learn about Tombaugh and the technique he used to discover the tiny white dot of Pluto, and you'll replicate the discovery using the same method he used 94 years ago by capturing more than one image and blink comparing them to spot Pluto as it moves against the fixed background stars. At the end of the quest, you'll create a time-lapse animation of Pluto. Let's take a look at what's up this week and some of your best observing opportunities. We'll start with the moon, which was at last quarter phase on Sunday, March 3rd, and spends this week as an ever-decreasing waning crescent moon. It's new moon at the end of the week on Sunday, March 10th. What about the planets this week? Well, once again, the only two visible this week are the gas giant Jupiter and ice giant Uranus. All the others are too close to the sun in the sky to observe. But here's some great planetary news. The dwarf planet Pluto returns to our skies at the end of missions, so you can now capture your images for my favourite In the Footsteps quest that I recommended earlier. Pluto is a featured mission this week too. What about deep sky objects this week? Well, with little moonlight to spoil the view, this is an ideal period to capture fainter objects like nebulae and galaxies. It's also a great opportunity to capture faint objects closer to home, like comets. And there are two that are currently putting on a good show, Comet 62P and Comet C 2021 S3. They join Pluto as featured missions this week and are visible from both the Canary Islands and Chile observatories. If you're new to Slooh, you can find the featured missions on the dashboard. Just scroll down the page to the missions panel and click the Join Mission button. We've got a couple of super galaxy observations from students in this week's Student Spotlight. Capri from Swiftwater Elementary School shared this image of the Triangulum Galaxy when the moon wasn't making the sky so bright. Look carefully and you can see a line piercing the galaxy. This is a satellite passing through the field of view during Capri's mission. Some members think that spoils their image when it happens, but I love that it shows every image we capture with Slooh's live telescopes is different and personal to us. And Spencer from UNH shared an observation of the Whirlpool Galaxy, a very familiar object for many Slooh members. But what I enjoy most about everyone sharing their images is we see it through their eyes and perspective. And in this case, Spencer saw a musical symbol, and I immediately saw it too when he pointed it out. The two interacting galaxies look similar to a treble clef. Don't forget, if you'd like to be featured in next week's Student Spotlight, share your own observations or quest posters with the community. In this week's How to Slooh, we're going to see how easy it is to share an observation. And we know members like to share their images and quest posters as observations, but if you're new to Slooh, you may not know how to do it. Let's take a look at the simple steps to share an observation with the community. Go to your photos, either from your dashboard or from your profile menu. Select the image you want to write about and share as an observation. Add a title. Add your observation text. press the Save button. Then select the workspace you want to share your observation to, or select General Community to share it on the dashboard. Well, that wraps it up for another week. Until next time, clear skies everyone.